Hello, welcome to Down with Dragons on the Monsters of Roll here on Twitch. My name is DM Scott. With me, as always,
Adam playing Loon Sensinome.
Chris playing Theobald Blackstaff.
And Mick playing Callan.
Whoa! We have member names now.
Ah,
All right. Adam playing Loon Sensinome Peacemaker.
Ah,
Chris playing Blackstaff.
Yeah, you had it right. You got it right.
and Mick playing the Fool.
Yeah, just wanted to re-put that in. Oh, thanks everybody for joining us. It's Tuesday, 7:00. We're here to play some D&D. I have some inspiration to give out for this week. Just a reminder to anybody who'd like to send inspiration, any of our players or the DM's way, just send it to downwithdragonsmailbag@gmail.com and just put in the subject inspiration, and then just let me know why and who should get inspiration. Theobald, Chris, you got inspiration this week.
Yeah, boy.
I got
Was it pity inspiration?
Yeah, well, I had a plethora of reasons, but the one I think I liked the most was kind of the subject lining of it, and it's from Sarah, and it's because he's my favorite. There were many other things kind of mentioned,
Nice.
but like that's really what it boils down to, like, because he's my favorite. So
Thank you.
inspiration to you, sir.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Sarah.
Right on, Sarah.
Yep, simple as that, and it's like it's a good reason, Also, just in addition to that, because there's a new chart, which in our last episode, I think we all got to at least see, which is apparently there's something weird going on with Callan that his patron Terrafin has bestowed upon him. Some gold coin came out last time, correct?
Out of my mouth.
Yeah, out of your mouth. That was so weird. Because of that, I have a table that is just ever growing. My daughters have thankfully contributed to this table.
Oh, wonderful.
With that being said, for the subject line, if anybody would like to, also send to downwithdragonsmailbag@gmail.com and just put in the subject line, Callan's mouth. And just your recommon of what weird thing. I mean, it could be an effect.
Hold on, what
it
was
could
that
be
again? What was the-
Down with Dragons mailbag@gmail.com. Subject,
Oh boy.
Callan's mouth.
Okay.
And it literally anything. I mean, effects, items, weird things. I might
in before
verbatim.
penis.
Well, I might edit things out. I mean, but nonetheless, I'm always looking for inspiration.
Oh my
What
God.
to add to this table? There's some weird ones already, and there's some just perfect.
Oh boy.
Well, like phrases, like I sneak
No,
attack. Like
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: if it's something as simple as that, you're giving me just the DM ability to just interpret how I will. More explanation, the better. But being vague can be fun too.
All right.
Yeah,
Looking forward to that.
Right. And just so people understand, like I have rules for how this table works. I will be anytime I just feel the itch to see what's in Callan's mouth, I'm gonna roll a d20, and on an 18, 19, or 20, I'll roll on, or I'll have Callan or somebody, or I will roll on that table, and we'll find out.
All right.
That being said, last time the halfway crew arrived to Highport through teleportation portal, thanks to a fellow member of the Scalebound Guild named Blink. They made their way towards the mayor's house, and near it found in an alley a zombie. That was once apparently a homeless man that they found out was named Old Gant, and his dog Rufus. After putting him and soon after turned dog Rufus down, they met the mayor and discussed the current situation and what things were known and being done at this point. During the conversation, they got information on a collapsed silver mine that seemed fairly noteworthy to the halfway crew. Other things were discussed immediately of the needs of burning a city and if fuel was, in their inventory to do so. During the conversation, they also, talking to Captain of the Guard, Captain Godfrey, the mayor's son, also got horses secured to investigate said silver mine that had collapsed 2 months ago or so. Theobald, I jumped ahead, sorry. Also, they got information about a possible guide and went to the Hell's Bells Inn to meet said guide, Diana, who agreed to help them for a price and show them where the collapsed silver mine was. Theobald rested so that he could help the guards who were taking up an actual city watch and being more patrolling through the city in the night, seeing as they just had a close call the night before. And meanwhile, once night came and the city kind of went on lockdown, Callan the Fool and Loon the Peacemaker went out into the city to look around, see what enjoyment they could have. And eventually they wound up in the town square. And in the town square, they were having a fun sparring match between them. But as the moon rose over the mountains overhead, and the sparring was interrupted by a scream that cut through the night and seemed to originate from the Hell's Bells Inn. So, that being said, welcome back. Theobald, we'll start with you. You're in your room. You just got done sleeping. You kind of late afternoon into the evening rested, and you're getting ready, donning your armor. And while you're doing so, you've affixed your breastplate, and you kind of start feeling that symbol that has just newly been engraved upon it. And while you do so, you start to think about the last symbol you kind of took comfort in. And you remember being in a tree a few months ago. You remember rubbing your gauntlet and then up to your symbol of the dragoons. In the tree, you remember you were waiting for the orcs that were moving through that area. You stood in the branches, ready. A swell of pride as you touched that symbol fills you as you touched it. And you stand there in this memory, looking around. And you remember your father's last words to you, but not of the last words you actually spoke to him, but the last memory of your father at a campfire. When you were down in the caves of Allendole. You can do this, son. This is where you were meant to be. Keep going. Suddenly you're kind of brought back as a knock on the door.
Enter.
Door opens and you see Captain Godfrey there. And, oh, hello. Sorry if I'm early. I just meant to come see if you were ready to go. Patrol's waiting on us.
Not at all. Yep. Finished sheathing sword and make sure I got my quiver and pick up the black staff again.
So as you enter out, he'll kind of usher you through the mayor's house, and he'll kind of seeing the quiver and everything, and then your black staff. He's like, an interesting choice there, I say. Kind of odd. I don't see an actual bow. You have quiver and only staff with you.
Yeah. I make do.
I assume so. I mean, scale bound and all, and already dealt with old Gant and everything. But so follow me, and he'll take you down. Doors open, and you'll see there's two other guards that are standing kind of right outside the door before the actual fencing, and they'll kind of both kind of hands to chest nod and salute, and he'll be like, so any recommendations of where you'd like to start? Otherwise, patrol route I was thinking about would kind of cover between here and town square, kind of mainly between the areas I know you already encountered old Gant, and I figured perhaps maybe that'd be a good place to keep an eye on, seeing as apparently something already happened there.
Yep. Nope. I'd agree. And I apologize, everybody. I've got a neighbor is chopping up cheese, so sorry.
The loggers around here, they just all day, all night. It doesn't really matter. The city is quarantined. They won't stop. Good folk. How'd I do? So you'll head out. From there, we will flip scenes here, and bear with me. I'm going to try something new, a limited tech thing. We're going to see if we can do more of this in the future. So, Callan, Loon, you both stand in the Highport Town Square. Moments ago, you were both brought out of your moment of shared sparring by screams that split the night. You look around. It's dark, other than the full moon that has risen overhead, now revealed by the parting clouds. Oh. The streets feel eerily empty and devoid of normal sounds of the night. It's so quiet. After that scream now, and the silence in its absence, you are aware how silent the night here actually is. You look to each other for a moment to confirm that you both indeed hear what you did. Then both look towards the Hell's Bell Inn, the source of what broke the night, that scream. The inn is dark inside, all 3 stories of the building locked up tight. There is no other sound but your own breath.
Hey, Calvin, I don't know what that was. We need to split up. Well, no, do not split up. That is a terrible idea. Okay.
Callan's running towards the inn right now.
I thought we were already in it. According
No,
to
you're outside and it's locked up tight and
Oh, okay.
Locked up, so that big
What
bar
on
is
earth was that
in the door.
noise? Wait! I'm coming with you.
so you both charge towards the inn. You get to the door and I mean without even thinking, you just grab for the door and it's locked.
You look for a different way. I'm going to try and knock this down. I'm
Okay.
going to begin bashing on the door.
Okay. Callan, roll me an investigation check, or perception or investigation, depending if you're more physically going through, seeing if there's anything you can reach or anything like that. Perception if you're just looking. Loon,
Yep,
roll me an athletics check.
Okay. Nope. 9.
9, okay.
Got investigation dirty 20.
30-20, okay. Perfect.
Well done.
So, Callan, you move off and start it's kind of on the corner of like 2 streets, and you start to just follow it going around. It's a good sized building. You immediately start to hear the sound of Loon just putting his shoulder into it. Bang, bang, Bang. Loon. Sturdy door, man.
It ain't budget.
But I mean, you're hitting it, but you know right off the bat, you saw this door open, you saw that bar on the inside. This thing is made sturdy, man.
I don't think that is going to work. I'm gonna take a step back and kind of go the opposite way of Callan and start looking.
Okay. Roll me perception or investigation, Callan. So
Okay.
as you circle around the side, you're looking, and up above, you see, okay, there's, a window up there and heavy shutters, or, are they called shutters? I'm
I think I
talking
know
about.
what you mean. Yes.
Door windows.
Door windows. Window doors.
Window doors, yeah. Those. I mean, sturdy looking window doors are sealed shut. I know there's a word and it bothers me. My brain can't find it right now.
Isn't it shutters?
I feel like it's shutters, but also that feels wrong too.
Yeah, but they're like the wooden slatted things that you open.
No, think
Oh,
window doors.
Window
All
doors.
right.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
solid. They're
In
not.
Highport, they're called window doors. Just let's go with it.
Okay. So
So can I see in at all, or there are windows
nope,
that?
no, there's no light coming through the cracks. You're going along. You're going, looking on the second floor. There's one or two actually on the main street level, and you can kind of try to grab at those. And it's like those. I mean, heavy. It's like, and even looking around, and that's part of this Dirty 20 investigation. You look around across the street, and it's like nothing is built like this. Like none of the other, it's not like, oh, they must have high crime, or and everybody has iron barred window. Nope. Heavy doors, heavy window doors. It hurts me every
Okay.
time I have to say it. You move around that way. Loon, what did you get going around your
I
way?
got a 16 for perception.
16 for perception. Okay. Looking, you like, without really physically trying things, but at looking around, you start to see just that similar construction to the front, and there's no light coming from inside. And until you both kind of round the same opposite corners and then kind of see each other from a distance.
Callan, are you finding anything?
No. Everything looks shut tight, like unusually secure for this area.
And
so
we're certain the noise came from inside.
Fairly certain. I mean, from where you were, that was what's directly in front of you and felt like that's the direction. Technically speaking, I mean, sure, if it's loud enough, could be from beyond.
all right. Well, we're concerned about Diana. So what happens when Callan uses thaumaturgy to yell, "Diana, are you okay?"
Oh, so
At the
booming.
building.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Okay. So moment goes by. I mean, and it's echoing throughout the town. I mean, it's just like, whoa, reverberating off the alleys, and a few moments go by. Nothing.
I don't hear anything, man.
Oh, we got to get in there then. Did you see anything?
No, I saw nothing. There was no light. There was nothing. The door is barred shut. I hurt my shoulder pretty good trying to get in there. What about up? Can we get in from the top down? Huh?
All the windows I've seen have been they're all secured with window doors.
Those damn window doors. How do we do? Can you not pick a lock? Can you not get in? This is not quite really the thing we should be doing, but somebody's in trouble, is there, huh?
Do you see a lock that probably doesn't have a giant tree trunk behind it?
I
can
don't
pick a
know.
lock,
man.
but
I'm
I can't
trying.
pick
What
a-
do you got?
Okay, let's go back to that door and try something different.
Yep. Run around the side. You both kind of go back to the front.
Callan is just blasting the door then.
Guess. Okay.
Uh,
Roll an attack.
Okay. 24.
Okay. Roll damage.
What the
Right.
heck do I have?
3.
3. So
Ah!
you hit it, and
no.
you actually see just like the splinters of the wood rip off, but where you'd normally think like a normal door, like it bursts through. This thing's thick, and so all it does is
Wait,
splinter the outside shell of it.
And I'm start digging through my robe and and the sphere, and I go to one of the window doors and I knock.
Okay.
You feel the pulse of magic
Uh-huh.
through the orb,
Uh-huh.
and you actually feel the window doors shudder,
Uh-huh.
and they like you can actually now see a little crack of like maybe light from somewhere inside, but something is still like not a lock. Something's just not letting them be open and free.
Okay, was this a step one? I spinning kick to the window perhaps to try and get it open.
Okay. Yeah, you kick that window.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm gonna do pretty good. What do you want?
An attack.
It's just an attack roll. Okay, 1.
20. All right, roll damage.
Okay, let's see. It's just a D4 since it's unarmed. Plus my 5.
All right, 5. All right, you that tiny crack of light, and you just jump and back kick that door, and just boom, and it hits, and you actually, I mean, it rattles in its frame,
Uh-huh.
but it's still a window door.
Hello, if you are in there, we are trying to help you.
Okay. I'll concentrate on the window door that Loon is concentrating on and blast that when he's away from it.
Okay, roll again.
13.
Okay, and roll damage.
9.
Okay, and you finger gun, boom, right when he moves out, and it again shakes, and you can actually see the actual doors are still holding, and it does that same splintering of wood, but you see the actual frame around it is actually jostling and moving away from the stone that it's connected to.
Oh, we're getting it. Like, keep going. Keep going.
We'll switch back.
Oh,
Theobald,
oh man.
you and Godfried are walking down the street, and the two other guards moving kind of just a little behind you, and you both get to the spot where the mouth of that alley where you had deposited old Gant and Rufus. And as you kind of remember seeing him when you first saw him biting into the dog and then coming after you three, you just kind of gives you an eerie feeling a little bit, just kind of, goose pimples a little bit. Where's Theobald at, kind of rethinking of this moment and looking at it? Godfried's kind of standing next to you quietly, and the others are kind of keep moving, but don't go very far. Just kind of pull up post on the other sides of the street.
Down flashbacks to, again, the cave and stumbling through the woods into his old troop, and just the memories of that dream or nightmare or whatever that was, where they were not alive and not dead, and
yeah, you remember seeing one of the old give me find his name. What is his name? Do, 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 do. You remember in that moment in the woods and when they started kind of just all the kind of decayed looking bodies of all the men that died with you coming towards you out of the fog in the forest. And you remember, and you specifically remember Ranger Wagner. You remember the first days with your group, how he could barely climb a tree properly to even establish a proper elevated position. And then on the last days, you even kind of flash back into those trees and looking across as he signals you that he hears movement and the orc band is coming. And look at him now. He's one of the best. He's actually shown you a thing or two about tying knots. And him coming towards you, and he's like, you didn't die with us. You left. You left us here. You betrayed us. You're still there in that moment.
Excuse me.
Right. Just like that one, just speechless. Just, I didn't leave. I was there.
You swore you'd be with us to the end. You lied.
To the last breath.
Ours are gone, yet you breathe. And then you remember seeing them converge upon Avery, the scout, who also lived. And then suddenly there's a hand on your shoulder as you feel those cold hands grab at you and pull. And you turn and react just as you did, and it's Godfrey. He's like, sir, sorry, I was just wondering, do you think we should find out here like we were talking? Seeing if there's any open doors that should be locked, just checking.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Pair it up. Don't take chances. Yell if you see anything odd.
Okay. And the other two just kind of look at each other and then salute and kind of move together in the area. And Godfrey kind of nods to you and kind of gestures to move down the alley.
It's good to be on patrol again, Captain. It's been a while since I've been on a proper one.
Look like seeing ghosts.
Aye.
Bad times?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost a night or two after those men came back and seeing what they did to that in that home. That sticks with you.
Well, we'll find what's causing this. We'll put a stop to it. That'll bring them peace.
Hey, and he starts to move off and going down the alley just a little bit ahead of you now. You stop and see the actual stain from where old Gant went down. And you see the stain from where he bit Rufus. And like thunder coming from the ground, you notice your staff kind of flare with a little bit of almost light in the ruins that normally aren't visible. And you hear again, injustice.
Unbalanced.
You hear Godfrey a little bit ahead of you, just black stuff. What?
Nothing. Carry on.
Hey. Loon, Callan. Back at the Hells Bells Inn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody respond to the yelling?
Not yet. I mean, you are now you've yelled in, attacking the doors and windows. So far, nothing from inside. No other additional screams.
Colin, do you think perhaps we misheard? Maybe it was further down. Maybe we are breaking into the wrong building entirely.
Uh, Callan wants to keep trying on the window, so I mean, Callan will use thaumaturgy to bring up a crescendo of some triumphant music, similar to Terrafin's jubilant celebration vibes, and Eldritch Blast the window door again.
Okay, roll again, sir. Just roll damage. It's a building.
It's a building. 7.
7. So you blast it again with this triumphant echo around and slams in again, ripping up more splinters, and that frame shudders again.
Any
Still
closer?
there.
Can I see inside at all?
Other than the crack of light.
I have a crowbar. Am I able to like wedge that in there to try and
Sure. Yeah. you
bust
can
whatever like mechanism is holding this shut?
You can sure try. Are you trying to kind of figure out and jostle a mechanism of sorts that you're imagining, or are you just trying to crowbar?
No, I'm trying to fish it in the crack and see if I can like you used to be able to do with the credit card and the door with the getting the door
Yeah.
open. Yeah.
Okay. All right, roll me sleight of hand check.
Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, this is
Natural 20
natural 20.
with a sleight of hand of +2 for 22.
22. Okay. So you kind of like Callan, you're watching as he, is taking this crowbar and starts trying to fish it in. And it's like, you know what he's trying to do. It's a thing of finesse.
Right.
And he's using an iron club to do it. And he's just, come on. It should just, and you see him actually getting a little frustrated, and then he just and just sinks right in, and you hear something on the other side just go, and then
I turn around. I did it.
that shouldn't have worked. Callan, what? I don't know.
Right. So it's open. We can get through there.
Oh, now you can, you can see that, and there's also a hole through glass.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to shatter glass on the other side.
Yep.
All right. Well, Loon Sensinome is conveniently placed there, so I'll use him for stairs to get up to the window and climb through.
You gotta spread it the rest of. So as you're crawling through, Callan, roll me a perception check with disadvantage, seeing as you have a moving staircase that is not happy with being used.
Okay.
I got a fly
10.
bugging me in here.
10.
Right now.
Okay. So as you kind of move your way, and the ladder is objecting to being laddered.
I mean, I'm not
And-
like knocking him off,
And
but
I know, but you're
comfortable with
also
it.
not just being like, "Oh, sure, friend." You're
Yeah.
just like, "Hey, come on, get a,
Yeah.
I didn't warn you.
yeah. And you're kind of knocking some of the glass through and everything. And yeah, there's this large, looks like 2 metal, like kind of brackets with rope that has been strung through, that the entire assembly has been broken off, with 2 small that were still attached, must have been to the window in some way. And it's just all a bundle on the ground with some glass, because doesn't matter. You're in. And as you're in, all of a sudden, as you're kind of coming to your feet, wiping off, and you're like, hey, I'm in, come on. You hear behind you, it's like, who the hell is in here?
It's okay. We are here to help.
It's me, the fool. We heard a scream from inside.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
I'm going to say, no, we'll just go flat. We'll go flat.
flat what persuasion or
Yeah, flat persuasion, no disadvantage, no advantage. I mean, you are breaking and entering, but you
Right.
also said names. So
yeah, 18.
18, pretty well.
Wow. You're gonna be our salvation here, my friend.
So as you kind of like, it's like, it's the fool, don't worry, and you turn around, you see the lit by only the barest of candlelight, the bald silhouette of a half-elven woman who is holding a very large club and looks like she was just about to batter up. And she's just like, why are you breaking into my inn?
Why are you screaming in the middle of the night?
We
Who's
heard-
screaming?
You
Exactly. Who's screaming? That's why we broke in.
you're not screaming? Who is doing the screaming?
She kind of looks at her and she's like, I don't know. I hear people starting to attack my freaking inn. I come downstairs and someone's breaking into my inn. I pick up
Oh.
Old Faithful here. Luckily, you at least told me who you were. Otherwise, your brains would be splattered against my wall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lucky.
I kind of grab Kaloon and just Kaloon. I think that might be. I'm like trying to keep my voice low. Either she is lying to us, or we really have the wrong house. Can I insight her once just to make sure that she's not like trying to hide anything here?
Absolutely. First, roll me a stealth check.
Oh God.
She's right there.
Nope. 5.
All right. Roll me that insight.
I did way better on the insight. That's a 23.
Super. It's hard to read. She looks really pissed.
Uh
Like really pissed,
huh. Yep.
mostly pissed.
Okay.
But whether what she like, and that's the thing, emotion wise, that's what you're getting off of her right now. So
Uh-huh.
it's hard to read anything in what she said.
Right.
And so she's still just kind of, it's down now, but you can see like her knuckles are white holding that.
Just we'll go on and explain. Well, we heard a scream. It sounded like it was coming from inside here. And given the recent situation with what's going on in Highport,
Right.
we thought it was urgent.
Zombies.
Yes. We thought you were being attacked by zombies.
Do I look? And it's like, and kind of, she kind of looks down at herself and she's not wearing a ton. She's wearing kind of night clothes. A gown, like
Uh-huh.
nightgown type. And she's like, do I look like I'm being attacked?
You make
We didn't know that until we came in.
Listen, did you hear the scream? At all, nothing.
No,
Somebody is in danger, and we need to find out who.
And she kind of looks around and she's like, I was a little distracted. I didn't hear any screams.
Well, the screaming was before we were breaking in. So if you have not heard any screams, then perhaps. What the heck?
I guess I didn't
I
hear
don't-
any
where-
screams that weren't coming from me.
Strange.
Uh,
Hmm.
what the?
So
And I'm gonna leave him, and I'm gonna kind of climb back out the window.
So she just kind of, as you're going through, looks towards the door and then, yeah.
So, and then I'll kind of linger. Yeah, we'll pay for that, but I don't know where to get a window door around here. So, whatever you need.
And from outside, you know what? If there's a forge, I can make one.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll slink in reverse back out the window too. See you in the morning.
Once I think I'm out of earshot, I'm gonna. I don't do this. There was something weird about her through the earpiece.
Yeah, not specifically her. I don't know.
Are you all the way out when you say that?
Who are you asking?
You, because you're saying that out loud in response. to him who is out of line of sight of her.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I would be too discreet about that. So
Okay. Roll me a perception with disadvantage. I'm gonna say no, just straight perception. Straight perception.
You turd.
okay, okay. That's a 17.
Okay. Whether it be from reflection of the moon outside or the anger that is just radiating off of her as you kind of are halfway out of the window, still like straddling, you start to say that, and I'm just gonna turn this up. She just, get out! And there seems to be like a flare almost of light in her eyes, like glowing, the blue of her eyes just glowing.
Okay, okay. Oh, and then yeah, I'll let myself like fall comically out then.
Okay. Hopefully the mic being turned up made it so it wasn't killer. Okay.
It's good.
No, it was good. It was loud enough to overbearing.
Good. And
Okay.
with as you kind of comically fall out and just yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Within a moment, all of a sudden a table gets shoved against that window.
Oh.
Oh wow. Okay. Whole table.
Yeah, I could not tell if she was pretty upset about that. We
Yeah,
need to
this
keep
was a
moving.
bad idea, Loon Sentinome. What the heck?
What? I'm sorry. You had the same idea? Were you not shooting at the door with your little finger blaster, whatever?
Yeah, but
Never
obviously
mind. Come on, let's just keep going. And I'm going to be actively listening while moving kind of in the direction the screams seem to come from.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. Moving
Oh,
down the street.
Yeah, moving down the street, perception of 19.
Callan, what are you doing? As he's moving down the street with you, and just you can hear just kind of going into.
yeah, I'd be trying looking around and listening as well.
All right,
Trying
roll me
to
a perception as well.
get my normal swagger back after being humiliated like that. 14.
Okay, you both kind of move down the street and listen. It is so quiet in this town. You're not hearing much. Whatever that scream is, it seemed to have either gone or hasn't repeated or muffled now enough you can't hear it anymore. Whatever it is, it's just silence out here other than you two moving around.
Well, what on earth happened? Why the scream? Why you scream and then you just not scream again? I mean, obviously, unless they're dead, but how could we have been so wrong? What on earth was going on? I mean, I understand being upset, but something seemed weird with her.
Yeah, she wasn't very understanding about that, was she? I think Callan would just fumble around and just doesn't know what's going on, so checks stuff out with the monocle to see if there's any magical signatures. Just anything, whatever.
Yeah, make me an Arcana check.
13.
13. You're not seeing anything in the area that is, I mean, other than when you pass over Loon, you're getting some auras around him, but that's to be expected now. Beyond that, really not getting anything. Yeah, seems fine. We'll switch back.
Okay.
So, Theobald, Blackstaff, you and Godfried are moving through the town. He's quietly talking to you as you're passing a fairly large building. Looks to very easily be recognized as like a church of sorts. Very high, towering peaks to the actual steeples, and almost in the moonlight have a reflective quality to them. And he's going on and speaking to you of how this is one of the temples that is dedicated to the dragon gods, and that though all of the dragon gods are acknowledged here, and all faiths within the dragons are welcomed due to the fact of their location, and most of the people around tend to be leaning towards the faith of the Electra Valdon, from the city of Beacon further to the east. And hearing that and re-looking at those steeples, especially with that reflective quality to them, it's like you can very much get that sense. And he's speaking of a few like things and offerings he's made since some of this stuff's been going on, and the dragons have been quiet, and and just kind of small talking about his town, that you can tell very quickly he is extremely proud of their town. But as he's talking and going on a little bit in excess, you do hear heavy, quick footsteps come charging towards you from down the street. One of the men that's been part of your patrol comes running up to you and Godfried, and just comes up kind of half breathless, and sirs,
All right.
meeting him, yeah. Just sirs, we just found out apparently there's a sick patient over the dragon wing. Very quickly, all of you, whether you are here or not in this moment, when you hear the word, like the name Dragon's Wings, they are known in the land as hospitals. And it's like, apparently there's a patient who's extremely ill, perhaps dying. One of the healers saw us on the street and rushed out and told us, and asking for help. Apparently they're getting extremely violent. And he'll kind of just
Go.
usher you towards, as you kind of arrive, you're ushered in to, it's a good sized building, and immediately when you come in, you can see that for the most part, from previous conversations, this must have also been one of the places that they're talking about, that old Gant and other people of lower societal standings kind of would be put towards in the nights. A lot of, there's a little bit of a, dirty smell, things like that. But it also, you can see it's also, an active healers kind of hospital. Everything's in one large room with lots of beds that are more cots, and, drapes around each of them. And you are ushered into the back by, very quickly, you see just by the robes and everything, a healer who ushers you in and kind of quietly just opens the curtain, and you can see on this cot immediately. Roll me a perception check.
16.
You can see there is a very, very sick woman who is, you can see fever. She's got like vein lines going through her neck, and she is now being tied down, and she is flailing in the bed and struggling, trying to get up. She is wet from sweat. And the healer just, she's been quiet until just recently, and we don't know what to do. Anything we try, she won't even take any medicine, and anything we can give her. And she's struggling, and you can see one of the ones holding her down is one of the guards who is on patrol with you, and you can see he is struggling to keep her down as they're trying to like secure a rope to the bed around her. Yeah. Godfrey, you see, is very quiet and just like eyes big,
Yep. Are there other patients in this area?
Lots. Like not all patients, some are just people sleeping here, and it's curtained off. But
Do you have a back room? Do you have somewhere we can take her private?
There's a storage room in back. Yes.
All right, get that arm tied down. Let's pick up the bed. Let's go.
Okay. Are you lending any aid, or are you just?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Okay. Roll me a strength check.
Not my strength per se.
Well, with advantage, because there's going to be multiple people there doing.
Nope. 7.
7. Okay. I will put that into account. Okay. So they're struggling, and they just managed to tie her arms down. Her legs are already tied down. And as you start to move her, you can very quickly, uh, it's a cot. You're
Yep.
moving her, and you can feel the cot starting, and you can hear it start to crack. And they like immediately, Godfrey's like, hurry, hurry, hurry. It's like, and trying to usher you in. You get to the back room, and as you get there, the bed itself just starts to collapse underneath you. And she, with broken bed still tied to, kind of collapses onto the floor.
Anything else in this room? Anybody else in this room?
No one else is in here. There's lots of crates. It looks like supplies for beds, medicines.
Out. All of you out. Godfrey, hold that door. Don't let anybody in. Or out.
So you're by yourself, you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. So one of the guards kind of looks at you half questioningly, but then just kind of backs out, and Godfrey is like, dragons be with you. Shuts the door. In this moment, like, there's flailing, and she's like trying to get to her feet, because still half restrained, and someone's holding her. And you're just all of a sudden in this moment seeing this, you think of what happened with old Gant, and then you flash back to the street in front of the burning building, and you see Scar. And you see yourself as you're moving across the street, not attacking him. And that feeling in the black staff, pulsing, shaking your hand, and trying to force you to end him. And that voice again, injustice. And then you feel a hand again on your shoulder. And you feel the warmth and a smile that you don't remember in that moment experiencing. But looking back, it was still there. That when you kind of fought off that impulse and succeeded, there was a warm hand of a little girl, the maiden, touching you. And when you look, she just smiles and nods and just praise and salute. And then you're back in the storage room, and you can feel that same kind of quiver and eager anticipation in the staff, but also kind of solemn purpose echoing and balancing the other. Hold on. Callan, Loon, what are you doing?
What are we doing?
All right.
So Callan takes he's got the ironwood chunk of wood that he uses as a club every once in a while.
Yeah.
And he is going to trip Loon Sensinome with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me roll me an athletics. You can make me a acrobatics, because I assume you're not going to be doing this willingly. But
No.
here's the first thing. Before anything, no, count rolls don't count. Yep, sorry. I wasn't done. All right.
Dang it.
First off, roll me. Are you just trying to do this real, like he doesn't see it coming?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a stealth first.
Oh, okay.
You
Stealth. So stealth would be 16.
Oh
16.
boy.
Roll me a perception.
Callan?
Shit, 9.
Loon. 9.
Oh, Loon.
Okay, perfect. Now roll me an athletics, Callan.
Okay. 19.
19.
Oh, come on.
Loon Sensinum, I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
At this, because I didn't see it. All right. At disadvantage. 14.
Okay. You go down like a sack of potatoes. Suddenly,
Calhoun!
What? We were sparring before when it happened before. Maybe if we were to do it again, we'll find out what was going on.
Getting up to my feet and I glare at him once. Listen, as much fun as it would be to spar right now, we have a serious issue.
Ah, you're right.
We need to start on a what does they call it? A patrol.
Yes.
I'm gonna begin moving up the street,
Okay.
and then as I'm moving, I'm gonna just like take that globe that I still have, and I'm gonna light it. And I'm gonna toss it right back at his chest in the middle of the night.
so are you lighting it and then throwing it?
As I'm throwing it, I would say like on the release, say light, like right as I'm letting go of it,
Okay. Okay.
so that I'm not blinding myself. But
okay.
Uh-huh.
Roll me a sleight of hand. We'll start with
Ah,
that.
gosh, I'm not good at these.
I'm sorry, man.
13.
13. Okay. Callan, roll me. Trying to roll me a perception. Body language. See it.
7.
Okay.
Oh, you're kidding me.
All right. So, you turn and release, and just as you're letting go, light, and suddenly this ball of light, maybe fire, who knows, is coming down you. They're coming down at you from a few feet away. Roll me. I would like Callan. Roll me a yeah. God damn you guys. Constitution saving throw, and Loon, roll me a D4. Add your strength.
Oh, okay.
So
All right,
the
D4 plus strength.
con save would be a total
okay.
of 22.
Okay.
D4 plus strength is only 2 because I don't
Okay.
have any strength.
So yeah, you get smacked right in the head and just boom, and you just, and luckily it didn't blind you, and you real quick just kind of the ball just tun, and the light now it kind of rolls, and it's perfectly between both of you as you both look at each other. Theobald. Theobald. Storage room. This woman is just now kind of getting to her feet, finally, still attached by a bedpost and some fabric. She looks a little perturbed.
I'm going to take a step forward and try to grab a hand or an arm. And I'm going to Visera pocket a maiden spare her. I'm going to try to cast spare the dying.
Interesting. Okay.
I know not mechanically what, but
Yeah, no.
that's right. He's trying to think what with the staff, with the black staff in my offhand.
Yep. Okay. Give me a second. I want to just.
Trying to look compassionate and wary.
I get it. Roll me. Let's go with a religion check. I understand. Just bear with me.
Oh, natural 20.
Hey!
22 total.
You'll feel this pulse from your symbol. You'll feel the warmth of that touch and smile that you felt before, and a focus run through you. And as you're reaching out and touching this woman, and you say your prayer, and you feel as it leaves your fingers running into her, it stops. And you can feel there's this unnatural barrier between what you're trying to do and what she is. And then the staff in your offhand flares, and you can almost smell like sulfur burning. And you feel this almost like a river of fire moving through you and then past into her. And you see her eyes actually light up for a second, and she drops back, steam coming out of her mouth. A few moments pass. She's not moving. What were you gonna say?
I would try to, if I still have a hold of her, try to let her down easy.
Yep. She's pretty limp when she goes, but you
Yeah.
can try to control it some.
We'll hold a hand. See if any. I'll check for vitals.
Medicine check.
Medicine check. 19.
18. You kind of feel and like at her neck and kind of look at over her and sorry, cough drop.
She's alive.
Cough drop. That's arguing. Yeah. She like you don't see any of those angry veins, and she feels like no longer looks flush. Laying there, and as you feel, you don't feel anything.
Yep.
But then you get that same kind of feeling of that smile, that praise, that salute, and almost as if in the air or something, you could hear a voice. Peace.
I'll repeat that. Just peace. Thank you, maiden. Blackstaff, thank you.
And you'll kind of, in a different kind of more aggressive way, more of looking at a mountain just existing, just that feeling of like balance, like
Okay.
Within a few moments of this quiet moment going on, you'll hear from beyond the door, Blackstaff? Blackstaff, are you okay?
Gottfried, I think you can come in now.
He real quick, the doors, you can hear something unlatching, and he opens the door, and he just
hold a hand up. Just hold on a moment. Just
are you okay?
Yes. Stand up and
Looks towards the woman. And her?
I think she'll be all right. She's gone.
I thought, what do you mean? I thought you said she'd be all right.
It was in her. Whatever it is, it was in her. And it's gone.
And he kind of just looks past, and he's like, is it safe for the healer?
He can come in. Yep.
Healer will come in and very quickly just kind of checking as well, and head will go down and just start to say a few prayers, and he's like, she's gone, but whatever's wrong with her, all signs of whatever was going on are gone. She looks peaceful almost.
May that be true. Was she in contact? Was she in contact with anybody?
She was a little ill, but a common cold. At least I thought it was, and just started to get a little worse, and then I was checking on her. She wasn't breathing anymore, and I was trying to help her, trying to do what I could. I mean, I was just about to give up when, luckily, I thought she was coming back to us. I thought the dragons were answering our prayers, and then she was violent.
Were you injured? Was anyone else injured? Caring
Uh,
for her?
And he's like, oh, I mean, he's like, oh no, nothing too much. I mean, a few scratches here and there. Nothing to concern yourself about.
Godfrey, I'm afraid you're going to want to keep in. Sir, you're going to want to quarantine yourself for a little while.
Oh, kind of looks towards Gottfried, and he'd be like, would you inform the others to take over? Would the jail or the stockades here be suitable then? If I think I understand what you're implying.
Glance at Godfrey. I don't know.
He doesn't look happy.
Take his, right? I'll take
and
his. Yeah.
He'll just nod, and we can lock you up. And he kind of looks to you. He's like, I understand. Are you sure it's necessary? He's fine. He's fine.
I don't know.
All right. And he'll kind of usher to his two men. He's like,
I'll
escort
put
him to the stockades. Lock him up.
put a hand on his shoulder and blessings on you. I hope it's nothing.
And to you, brother. And he just walks off. Kind of being very much just escorted gently. He's not, he's going very freely. He's doesn't seem thrilled about it either, about the idea that he just, you're kind of suggesting. Yeah. So Godfried, after a moment, he's like, should we stay here or keep on patrol?
Is anybody else attending her?
He kind of walks around. Let me check. And
While he's doing that, I'm just going to kind of walk through the main area here, just slowly, and just kind of reach out my senses and just be.
Roll me a perception.
25.
25. You walk through kind of slowly, trying to reach out just a little bit. You're not, you hear a few coughs here and there. You hear, a lot of people sleeping despite some of the action, but it's a fairly good sized room, and excitement's died down a little bit. People are going back into resting. Nothing that is sounds of anybody on death's door or anything like that.
I'll just keep walking. I'll wait at the front of the dragon wing for Godfrey to return.
Yeah, after a few moments, he'll come back and he's like, no, most of the other healers, they were staying back a little, I guess, intimidated by what was going on.
Well, all right. Have your men call me if I'm sorry, I didn't catch his name.
The healer? His name, Partisan.
Partisan.
Yep.
Have someone keep an eye, but stay away from him, and then call me if need be.
I'll. There are men back there. I'll make sure they understand. Make sure he's comfortable, but keep a wide berth. All right. Callan and Loon. Is the sparring renewing or?
I wasn't trying to start it.
No,
I
no. I'm just asking. Yeah, no, I get you.
Callan will just glare at the glowing ball for a second and then kind of get serious and He'll call back to Theobald using the earring, and Callan feels like he needs to be alerted about what's going on, so he calls back, but he's speaking in Orcish. He says, "Vid heldrum asgrandi a hellsbells, vid erum ad verja nuna," which tells him, "We heard a scream at Hell's Bells. We're patrolling right now."
That timing will come back, like right as you were waiting for Godfried to come back and tell you about that none of the other healers, interacted.
I'm not speaking back in Orcish, so.
Yep.
What? I'm a little busy here.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
heard,
trying to. Oh, sorry.
we heard a scream at Hell's Bells. We went to investigate. We thought Diana was getting killed by zombies or something, and we
So
were
that is
wrong.
what you said.
But they are.
Don't piss her off. We need her.
It's a little too late for that one, my friend.
Shh, let's head home.
Sorry. So what am I doing
Well,
wrong?
but Loon, by the way, unless we are saying open communication, you can think direct line.
Oh, okay.
Just an FYI.
Okay. I thought it was
And-
always like all channels all the
Nope,
time.
it's not always conference call.
Okay.
That was my assumption too. Yeah.
Nope, it's
Okay.
okay. That's why I was clarifying.
Party line.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not the party line.
Literally.
Hello, operator. Is Gail there?
Perfect. B is correct.
So alert the guards and maybe ask them where we can find a replacement window door.
What did you do?
Kalun, I already told you I can make a new one, huh? I just need the metal and a bit of time at the forge.
Do you two hear screaming now? Do we need to come on a run?
No, but it's still strange,
Kalun,
don't you think?
Is
Okay.
Theobald talking to you right now?
We just had another. I'm opening it up. Is Loon there too?
Hey, hello, Theobald.
We just had another one.
Another one where?
At the Dragon Wing here.
How far away is that from us?
I have no idea where you guys are. Are you up by the Hell's Bells?
DM question.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm rolling things. Yes, tell me.
How far away are we from the dragon? What now?
The Dragon's Wing.
Okay. How? Yeah. Do we know where that is? Do we know how far?
You
away
would
we
not,
are?
but Theo, hearing the route you took there at the Hell's Bells, you were probably about 6 blocks away, just kind of more to the kind of northeast.
You're just north of us. It's fine. This one's.
Oh,
taken
you
care
are
of.
of them. Yeah.
I'm northeast of them. Okay.
Yeah. So sorry.
Well,
going.
we
We're
are
not-
kind of working on the patrol right now.
All right.
I'm not seeing anything really, but we'll keep looking, eh?
Have you two slept yet?
Now that you mention it, no, we have not.
No.
Circle around.
No.
If you don't hear anything else, get some rest. We have to be up early in the morning.
I suppose you have a good point.
I'll be heading back to the mayor's house again as well if I don't pick up anything new here.
Okay.
All right, sounds good enough to me.
Cut off the communication.
Yeah, I was gonna say off the. Come on, Kalun. Let's go take a quick sweep and then they head back. He has a good point. And then I'm gonna collect the globe and just say down for the light down.
Okay. Give me one moment. I'm looking at something. Okay. Sorry. Last part. Say the last part again. I'm looking for an effect on something.
Oh, I'm grabbing the globe, shutting it off. We're gonna do a quick sweep and then head back to the inn. or
Okay.
where we're sleeping.
Yes, the mayor's.
The mayor's
house.
place. Yeah, I knew it. I was like, that's not right.
Yep. So you do another kind of circuit. You're not hearing any of the screams, anything peculiar. Blah, blah, blah. Word.
Peculiar.
English hard.
Try Orcish maybe.
You're
Oh,
not hearing
right.
anything go. These are much better. Yeah. I apologize, whatever I said in Orcish. I have no. So yeah, you make your way eventually back to the mayor's house. You get back, Callan and Loon, before Theo does, and very quickly are ushered in and to your room if you want to just go to sleep or if you're gonna wait up.
Have to go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to bed right away.
Yeah,
Right.
it was a long day.
Yeah. But what Callan did when Lunsensinome was going to pick up the orb
Mhm.
is he cast catapult and sent it flying in the direction that we were traveling anyways, just as he was grabbing for it.
Mm.
And since it's lit up, it's easy to see anyways, right?
On the orb.
Yeah. Yes, the orb.
Okay. So as
Boy,
you
boy, oh boy, oh boy,
as
boy,
you
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I want to say on behalf of all those who made this moment possible, thank you. So you are casting catapult on the orb. And ironically, as you I would Callan, first off, I want you to tell me even or odd. Even?
So I'm just sending it down the street. I'm not.
Yeah,
trying
no,
to
no,
hit anything
no,
with
I'm with you.
it.
I am
Gotcha.
with you. So even or odd?
Odd.
Okie dokie. So you, as you reach out and point and to, just send it flying, just as you're kind of bringing the energy together to do so. Oh, what was that? Black licorice? What is that? No. And you just kind of, and a streak of black emerald light goes shooting into your hand and then out towards in the gesture as you're making it. And you see that orb take off, like as it starts to all of a sudden spin in place, kind of think Sonic the Hedgehog. All of a sudden it goes, and it is about the size of your BB. And it shot that way.
What?
The orb that is still light
Mm-hmm.
turned into a BB and went that way down the street.
Shrank it.
What? What did you
I
do?
didn't mean to do that. I don't know what happened. What was that?
You
Don't with the
Fool!
get mad
And
at
I
me.
chase after it.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit as like before you like luckily it was still lit.
Yeah.
And you find it because just whether it be through happenstance or whatever, about 150 feet down, and it's actually when you kind of start to catch up, it's losing some of that momentum from its bullet trajectory. It must have bounced off some things, and you can actually see it's rolling towards the dock. That because there's a coastline in a harbor, and you catch up to it and pick it up. I mean, and it's the size of a little BB. It's still glowing, and the light now is, it's just what literally your 5 feet around you is now what's illuminated.
Don't eat it.
I
Don't eat it.
Carefully pick it up, and I'm looking at it.
It looks the exact same, but itty bitty.
That was weird, wasn't it?
I'm not even going to respond to him. I'm going to light down, and I turn it off, and
It turns off.
carefully wrap it so that I don't lose it.
Yeah.
Like wrap it in a cloth or something, like cinch it good and tight. I put it in my bag, and I don't even look at him. I just start walking back to the mayor's place.
So nice
I would like-
weather, huh?
So as you both lay down to rest, quietly, I assume, awkwardly a little bit.
I am.
It's
Yeah.
a little awkward right now.
Without going into too many details, because this is literally one of the random things, because I've rolled 3 times now in different moments and I rolled an 18 on this one, and I was so
Mm.
excited. And then this one made me roll on 2 different tables.
Oh,
The first table I
no.
rolled on was my chart. The second one was to use a spell effect from the DM's Guide of the Wand of Wonder. I'm not going to tell you what it does like this in detail every time. This is just a glimpse into the fun. Loon, it's permanent. It's reduced.
Maybe it'll be better later. Who knows?
And it's always a targeted thing. And so I was waiting for the next thing he targeted. Be happy it was that and not you.
Oh,
Imagine a
hmm,
Goliath who's small size.
okay. It's not just awkward. Callan's like, oh my god.
Pebbles endurance.
But here's the other fun
That's
thing.
pretty
I was
good.
hoping you'd roll enlarge and then have the Indiana Jones ball but lit up, rolling.
Boom, boom.
But at
Oh,
that speed, it would rip through buildings. Yeah, I was
Oh.
really I'm just sharing that one. That made me happy. Okay, so
huh.
Theobald, you eventually come back as well after patrol and find the others sleeping. Are you going to try and get a little rest at all as well? You've already
Yes.
had a full rest, but you could still
Standing orders with Godfrey to just grab me if.
anything changes.
Yep.
Okay. So next morning comes quicker for some than others. And yeah, you all awake. And it's a bright, beautiful day. It's just wee hours of the morning. Constance actually knocked on your door just to wake y'all up. You had just, I'm assuming, at least passed the information with everything you're patrolling and all that. She's like, you got about an hour till dawn. Thought wake you boys up, hadn't heard anything.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. She kind of quietly shuts the door.
Start armoring up.
Yep.
Give these
Theobald,
two a
roll
kick
me
in the butt if they're not.
roll me an insight check, Theo.
Yeah.
18.
Man, there's an elephant in the room.
What did you two do?
Not even speaking.
Came and went to bed, like you said.
I slowly pull the wrapped cloth out, begin to undo it, and just hold the BB out
Yeah, just a little ball bearing.
like up.
Oh, actually, no.
How can,
Light it
can I,
down.
can I
And I
see it? I'm just curious. Like I
slowly
just want to see it. Like, can I hold it? I'm just holding my
Do
Theo's
not
just kind of holding his hand out at it.
Touch.
It's cute, isn't it?
Well,
I begin to just slowly wrap it up again,
just don't let him put it in his mouth, I guess.
put it away, and I get up and I walk purposefully out of the room to breakfast.
You too, Theo, Callan, you're alone. Unsensitive.
I'm just gonna
made
walk
a
out the
quiet
door,
exit.
just shaking my head. Finish buckling my breastplate on in silence and
Why
getting
can't you
my
kids
gear.
just get along?
just yep, and then out the door.
All right. So you enjoy a quick breakfast, and Constance also a quiet breakfast as well.
Unusually quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. You will find that Constance also does give you each a small package of just some food for the road,
Appreciate it.
basic
Thank you.
supplies. And you make your way to the stables. And you get to the edge of town and you can clearly, see the stables and everything. And there waiting at the stables, you'll see Diana, who is dressed in very like snug, tight pants, but it has like a poncho. You can see she has a saddlebag already on a horse, and barefoot though, and still bald and all in all its glory. But and she's just standing there. Looks like she's been here for a little while.
Mistress Diana.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine. Sorry about last night. You caught me at a, I guess, unfortunate, opportune time to have breaking and entering.
What? I'll just give the two of them a glare and start double checking the saddle on my horse.
Yep.
Yep. Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry I lost my temper. I didn't mean to lose. Sorry I yelled like that.
I'm just really happy you weren't being eaten by zombies.
Me too.
Yeah.
At least I have the comfort of knowing that from the looks of my window, that you can help out if we find any.
Yeah, that's right. We can help out.
And she'll just kind of climb up into her saddle, and she's fairly quiet. Just all right. So after a few brief moments, you can see that all of your saddlebags are like freshly stocked with food for the road as well. You have supplies.
Loon, do you know how to ride a horse? I hope that's not a pony.
I don't think
No.
I've ever. No,
They provided like a Clydesdale,
Yeah.
It's probably a stagecoach
No,
horse that they're like,
he's,
we'll need that one.
he's definitely ridden a horse before. Maybe not in a riding capacity like this, but like
yeah,
for
the
farm work and stuff.
monastery, they had plenty of horses around. You're familiar enough to not be like, getting on the saddle backwards.
And maybe
This
what
is the front side, right?
all right, I'm gonna swing down and just double check their saddle girths and make sure that help him get the stirrups adjusted and just make sure that do what I can to help.
Yeah, you kind of
Not a
go
great
through
horseman,
everything.
but
Yeah. You actually, as you're going through, they all are like, roll me a perception or investigation in this case.
12.
12. Everything looks good. Looks real good. And as you kind of go through and start on the next one, you'll hear Diana be like, just kind of from her horse. She's like, I already took care of all that. The
Appreciate
big
it.
one. Yep. All part of the service you're paying for.
All right, I'll leave that where I'm at and go climb up on my horse. Then. So, I'm always checking my gear, but
I understand.
regardless.
All right. So you're ushered out. Doors are opened up in front of you, and you ride off, heading out to the north. So travel into the north towards the mountains. Yes, it's a thing I can do now. It is a toy that I cannot help myself with.
Nice. Look at that.
Is this less creepy, Adam?
Significantly, yes. My soul is eased.
So we have multiple people who have survival, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So just gonna roll real quick. Yeah. All right. You make great time. On horseback, it cuts down that time a little bit from instead of like about a day and a half or so to you get around sun's just gone down, and you've found a good place. Like Diana brings you to a really nice area to like kind of camp down, and it's kind of like you're just really getting into the thick of the forest, It's not much of a forest really before you're into the mountains, but it's kind of just stretches along some of the actual mountain range, and finds a nice kind of secluded spot that very quickly, Theobald, you'll kind of like, this is a defensible position. Like this is good. And she starts to get everything unpacked from her horse and all that. And as she does, she'll, it's dark and she's like, should get a fire going unless you have any objections to that. Do you all want to do anything, look around at all tonight? It's not too far from here. If you wanted to go still tonight, otherwise first thing in the morning easily.
I do
How
not
far is
feel
not
that
too
it is
far?
wise to go traveling around at night, especially in this place. Considering
How far is not too far?
Probably about 30 minutes.
No, that'll be all right. I'm going to call Owl
Okay.
out of the trees.
Flies
And-
down, lands.
And kind of just communicate to him that I'd like him to go up and do a sweep.
Okay. So roll me a perception check with advantage for Owl. And Diana will be start unpacking a few things and start to put together, just starting to gather some branches, stuff like that, starting to put together a fire.
30-20 for Owl.
30 for Owl.
wow, you're doing good.
Yeah. So you kind of flip, obviously, and right now you have no real light. And you all are kind of stand there. You're adjusted to a little bit of humans' night vision, but it's dark and it's a cloudy night. Owl kind of starts circling the area. There's not really too much movement other than the very precise, quick movements that Diana's making. She is walking here and there, gathering sticks, stuff like that, coming back, gathering them, just real willy-nilly.
Okay.
You all kind of still by your horses and kind of slowly getting your stuff off. And by the time you just get your saddles off, you can already hear the, click, click, and a fire coming to light. And Diana's got a nice fire already kindling and going. You can see there's several stacks of different size wood. I mean, she's got this already going in a very brief time.
Yeah, I can. Sorry. If
There's a
nobody
cat.
else- yeah, if there's nobody else going, I'm gonna begin just doing the survival sweep and picking berries, finding different food, maybe trying to catch a squirrel or a rabbit or something.
All right, make me a survival check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Do you have dark vision?
That's no, but I have a light as crap.
Are you using it?
I guess I made the assumption that I would be.
Okay, it's a candlelight.
Oh God. Well, still
It's
disadvantage.
literally now basically flicking a bic,
Oh, Kylan, you do not realize just how pissed off you have made me.
Did I
You
hear?
can now you can only open.
No, I'm
You
speaking to
Goldilocks.
myself in character.
Yeah, that's as he kind of goes off away from the firelight to do his normal
might-
what he'd do, and he, all right, and put light up. Oh, I swear to God.
You can now unlock one tumbler in the lock.
Am I still at disadvantage then?
Yes,
All
because
right. Well,
beyond the 5 feet you're in, it's
Okay.
dark.
well, 16 and 11 plus 5 is 16. So
Okay.
I
You're
can-
not real quiet. You're not real, and you're kind of just reaching around in the dark and have to nope, that one's poisonous. It takes a little while.
Yeah,
Callan, Theobald, what are you guys doing?
Unsettling the horses and making sure they get their feed and
Um,
just
normal,
getting them.
typical,
Yep.
getting, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Callan.
Yeah, I'll be just trying to help Diana with the campsite, offering alcohol, whatever, to
Oh,
everybody.
she'll gladly take some.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I'll share some of the flask with her, and
Okay. Yeah, she'll kind of she's getting, the fire going more and more, she'll kind of, as you pass it off, she'll take a big hit and then just thanks. It's been a long day. I could need that.
all right.
Is that mint?
Uh,
What?
yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorites, but I mean, who carries mint schnapps with him?
I do. I kind of had a feeling you would like that, so you're welcome.
Yeah, that might bug you for more later.
No problem.
So yeah.
So you spend a lot of time out here, and you know your way around, huh? So
yeah. Yeah, you could say that.
so what kind of stuff might we have to look out for? What are your top 10 tips for survival?
Top 10 tips for survival. Yeah, you're the funny one. So I'd say normally, a lot of bears.
Hmm.
Bears are in these woods. There's some wolves. There's typical wildlife stuff. But I'll be honest, it's pretty quiet around here.
Right.
Except for the occasional twig and the nope.
Yeah. She's like, other than that, no, there's literally, like, as we were riding in, I was expecting to at least see something. She's like, haven't you been listening? Like, I haven't even heard birds for the last couple hours.
Hmm. Yeah. I guess I do notice that now.
And yeah, now that she kind of brings it to your attention, it's like alarmingly quiet. Like, yeah, not a nature sound out except nope, not that one,
What's this big fuzzy berry?
Don't eat
Don't
that.
eat that one.
Don't eat. Yeah, don't.
All right.
But no, beyond that, I mean, the only other thing, you might get the rare, goblin or something like that, but mostly they're harmless. They're looking for shiny stuff or food. Normally, if you leave some stuff out on purpose, they just take it and go, and they don't bug you. It's when you hide it and stuff, and if they're desperate enough, they kind of start to mess with you.
Hmm. Yeah, it is very, very quiet. Yeah, and then Callan will just kind of trail off and maybe minor illusion in some smooth jazz to just lighten the mood.
You'll see her after a few moments kind of just like stiffen, her back straightens, and she just starts to look around, and then we'll make eye contact with you, and then go back to what she's doing. She's like, I need a lot more from that flask if you're trying to hint at something.
That's my girl.
Oh. Yeesh.
Yeah, I'll bust out all my regular stuff and have it all handy. So,
All right. All right. The night goes on. She will basically tell all of you can sleep. She'll take your sleep shift, and then if you let her get some rest when you all wake up, but otherwise you can do normal shifts. But she's right off the bat, she's like, I'll keep eye if you all want to get some sleep. Just give me a couple hours in the morning.
You can take shifts.
Whatever
We're used
you
to
guys
it.
want.
Yeah,
So,
I am okay with doing a shift.
all right.
shift it is.
So, who's on first shift?
I won't mind. I'll take it.
Okay. Loon, you're first. Second.
Callan will take second.
Okay.
I'll take that early morning one.
Okay. And she will take the one before yours then, Theo. All right. So Loon, roll me a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Callan, second shift. Roll your perception.
Dirty 1.
Oh
Ooh.
no. Oh,
A dirty one.
oh,
Ooh,
no.
the worst kind of one. Uh, do you have a negative to your perception?
Yes, I have a
Yeah.
negative
Okay.
to my perception.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I thought you were making a joke of a natural one, but I was like, no, wait, dirty one is not natural.
Nope.
You have a negative. All right.
Mhm.
Diana. Okay. And Theobald, just so I have your number as well.
Advantage with owl.
Advantage with owl.
16. Excuse me,
16.
19.
19. Okay. So, Loon, night goes by really quietly.
Okay. I imagine some of that time I've spent just pondering over my BB. How did he do this to you?
Mess with your dark vision.
What has happened here? I'm not looking like I'm not lighting it up or nothing. I'm just how on earth?
I don't think anyone noticed, to be honest, anymore. Yeah. So it's a quiet night, a lot of pondering. Callan, Loon wakes you up.
Not as
So-
gently as perhaps you might hope, but
Yep. So I spend most of my shift, taking some sips and kind of just sitting there. How did I do that to his orb? How did this happen? What happened?
And yeah, you kind of sit there every now and then just looking over at Loon, take another sip from like, how did I do? Maybe I can fix this if I really try, and oh, take another sip, and you probably take a couple too many sips, and at a certain point are just sitting there and you just doze off. You'll wake up to a fairly sturdy kick in the ribs. Not enough to do damage, but and you'll wake up and roll me a disadvantage of perception check real quick. Just the real abrupt kind of, and a little bit of a hangover. Or not-
Disadvantage. That gives me a 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's just kind of the light of the fire, the pain in your side, and you're like, and all of a sudden you have a hand on your face, and you see Diana, and she's like, "You fell asleep."
No, I didn't. I
And
don't
there's a
think I
hand over
did.
your
What?
face. There's a hand over your face
Hmm?
as you're trying, and she's like, "Shut up. Listen." And you start to then hear again that silence, and you hear sticks cracking, and you hear very quick movements moving through the area. It sounds like it's coming from a little ways off, but someone's moving very quickly. You see in that moment, someone must have already, like, the low firelight that you fell asleep to has turned to embers and like already looks like somebody kicked dirt and stuff on it. And she just backs off quietly, and then Theobald, feel a hand shake you, and as you even just start to open your eyes, and just like you see just in the quiet dark and you hear it. Loon, I'm assuming Callan, you kind of wake up Loon, or
Yep.
hear the same thing. Movement coming, and you'll hear Diana's like, "Yeah, I just heard it on my shift. Somebody is moving through pretty quiet."
Send owl up.
Okay, owl goes up, And roll me a perception for owl advantage. And Diana is already moving.
18.
18. Okay. So yes, through Owl's eyes, you kind of immediately focus in on the area, kind of starting at your fire, and you can see Diana, just with what little moonlight there is, moving away from where you all are, and further away, probably about 100 yards out, something else moving quick, and doesn't look like it's trying to be too stealthy.
I will try to go stealth mode and see if I can angle and cut it off.
Okay. Callan,
Yeah, I'm moving as quickly and quietly as I can through the woods as well, relying more on survival to keep me quiet than anything else.
okay.
Yep, I'll bring up Mr. Decoy and leave him at the edge of the campsite, like looking, scouting out in the direction of the noise,
Nice. Okay.
and then
Very nice.
head into the woods and stealth
Okay.
with the
So
rest.
focus. Are you bringing up any kind of light? Anybody?
No.
No.
Okay. So you're at half movement if you're focused on more stealth than speed. Just making sure.
Okay.
And disadvantage because you cannot see. So disadvantage stealth checks, and you're moving at half speed.
Can I use owl to balance it out?
You can flat roll yours with owl if you're going between vision. Yep.
That's for all of us then, or
Callan, Loon, yeah, you two are disadvantaged stealth, just for the fact of you can't see.
Okay.
well, not 20 on one and a 14 on the other, so I'm not doing awful.
Theobald?
22.
Okay.
16 total. Sorry.
Callan?
16 total for Callan as well.
Okay, not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, Theobald, you're moving a little bit quicker, and you like through owl you can actually see. And in the little pale light there is, to owl's eyes, that illusion of Callan looking out at the edge of the campsite looks very like glittery and just not 100% right, but yeah, you all start moving, and you see you moving, you see Loon and Callan moving, kind of all of you kind of fanning out and trying to be as quiet as you can, and it's like you're not hearing a lot of sound, and then you kind of look, and all of a sudden you see like owl moves out more and trying to find that sound again where it's coming from, and as you see the shape moving through the brush and moving through the trees and owl kind of going dipping diving, all of a sudden there is another shape just streaking towards it at about 60 feet around, full
Okay.
speed. And as you're all moving, it doesn't take long, and all of a sudden you hear an outcry, and you can just hear more brush breaking and all that, and you hear ah, and a few moments go by, nothing, and then you hear Diana. I got him.
Yeah. Screw stealth. I'm running right over.
Yep. And like it doesn't take long, and you kind of, because she keeps every now and then, and owl's locked in, and you like she's
Well, if she's got
holding
him, I'm
this-
going to owl out another circuit just to.
Yep. Owl keeps looking. You can roll me another perception for owl. You all arrive, and you see Diana just holding this, like, and they're in kind of rags and robes and stuff, bent down, one hand cranked behind their back at that breaking point almost, and just
Oh.
holding it, waiting.
Uh-huh.
And you can just hear ah. She's like, found him. Back to the fire
Yeah, cool.
campsite.
Is it one of those goblins
Yep.
she's talking about? Or
Yeah.
What
What
is it?
Real
Who-
quick,
who is
kind
it?
of all you kind of do that look of like, what you just, it's like, sorry. And she grabs by the hair and lifts his head back. It is a young, maybe 16-year-old, like elf boy, longer ears, so you can tell probably high elf. And and she's like, just a kid.
All right. Yeah,
What
back to the
on
fire.
earth are you doing out here, you idiot? Do you not know what's going on out here?
And he just is like, I I was just trying to get away from the crazies, okay? You can just let me go. I don't want any trouble. I wasn't
Wait,
gonna
wait, wait,
steal
wait,
your
wait,
sh-
wait, 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 wait. Use the crazies. What do you mean crazies?
Uh, just scary woods at night, man. Just want to go. Can you call off your attack dog?
Stop back to the fire.
Insight, yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
you can start making your way. You can roll insight. Callan, what were you gonna say?
No, you need to tell us more about these crazies. Why don't you join us?
Yep. And really, just Diana just grabs him by the scruff of his clothes and everything, and just kind of hikes him up and starts just dragging him back towards.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 insight. Oh, he's lying. He's so lying. He's
yeah.
scared. You can tell he is terrified. But he also doesn't trust you. Like,
yeah.
I
so
would not go directly back to the campfire. I'd veer off a little bit and go kind of. Was he coming down from the north?
yeah.
Yep. I'll veer up north and kind of circle around camp that way first.
North
half
is where we're
speed
going, right?
With Howl.
Yeah, north
I'm
is
not-
the way you were going too.
I'm not
Okay.
going, a half hour out or anything like that, but yeah.
What did you roll before with Owl?
6.
6. Okay. Yeah, not seeing too much. You kind of make just a wide kind of circle back towards the camp. So Callan and Loon, Diana's got our gentleman, and brings him back and just plops him down right next to the fire, or the fire pit more. And she just kind of grabs a few branches and lights it and kind of rekindles the fire. And the kid, as the fire starts to take place, and he's just really hemming and hawing as anything you guys are saying, just trying to not, it's like, I don't. And after the fire lights in, you can just see, like, especially you, Loon, with that insight check, you can feel like a weird sense of, like, you can see those shoulders drop, and just like fire, security, safety, like all those things from the evolution of us from monkeys, and just kind of we're in a safe place right now, and kind of eyeing all of you. And Diana would just be like, I got some food too, if you can sit and answer their questions. And he just, food's good.
Get back to the camp and kind of.
Well, just hang on, I'll take you a little bit.
Cut.
Callan Loon, he's sitting there kind of just enjoying the fire as it's being re-brought up.
What are you doing out here? Why come out in the middle of the, or is this late into the evening?
I just love me that wilderness lifestyle,
I was not born yesterday, my friend. I could tell the minute you started talking to me that you are lying. I see that you are scared. We are not here to harm you. We are out here on a mission of our own. We are going up to go look into the mines. We are here to solve a problem. We are from Dragon Oak, part of the Skillbound Guild. I am Peacemaker.
Roll me a persuasion, by the way.
Okay.
Real quick. You can keep going, but
this is the fool, and the other gentleman who is. Wait, where did Seabold go? Never mind. He is Blackstaff.
Diana will just be like, he's doing a circuit.
Persuasion of 10.
Okay. As you say all that, and he's like, you guys know Dark Mantle?
Yeah, we're pretty tight with Dark Mantle.
I wouldn't say.
prove it.
Hey, quit
prove it,
changing
prove
the
it.
subject.
Let me see it. Let me see the marks. Prove it.
Well,
Prove it.
hold on. Pull up the. Fine, if you really must see it. I pull up the. the scale and just bring it close to the fire.
He immediately is like, oh,
Mhm.
never thought I'd actually see the mark like in real life. Like I've read about it. Like I've wow, I've never heard of you guys. I
We are
know
fairly new
about most of
initiates.
them, but you're new. You're new. Oh, okay. This is okay. So yeah, I want to be like you. So let's make this happen.
We can make this happen, perhaps, if you give us the information we are asking of you.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. So like I said, out in the woods, admittedly, out in the woods looking for people who are camping so I can steal some of their food and stuff.
Are you a vagrant? Are you just a hungry child? Why are you? What is
Yep,
your?
all of that. And so I don't hurt anybody. I just,
I
they're not
did
looking. Take a
not
little.
make the assumptions that you would.
No, I
But
was just making sure you know that because, like, I'm a good person. But it's like, gotta eat, gotta. But then these guys jump me, and they're all like robes and chains and like chanting stuff and talking about how I can be part of some kind of ritual, right? Like I got good blood or something. I don't know, but it's really important that I join their little culty thing. And they took me to some cave, and it was a lot of messed up stuff. And the second I got the chance, I got the heck out of there.
I do believe you made the right choice. Did you catch a name, any faces?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was just looking for my time to get out. I don't give a crap who they are, and the less I know about them, the less reason they have to follow me.
I suppose that is fair enough. You really should not be stealing from other people.
Well,
It
most
may be
people just
working.
don't give it away, so that or die. I'll take just steal a little bit.
Listen, I can guarantee that you would have good food and a good home if you went to the Openway Monastery just north of the Dragon Lock. It might be a travel, but if you can get yourself fares there,
Roll me a persuasion with advantage, being who you are now. Like you're tied to
persuasion, dirty 20.
dirty 20. Okay, you see like okay, open way.
If you get there, ask for Master Adranor. He is my trainer. He will treat you well.
So you're saying you're the peacemaker from the Scalebound, and you want me to go? You want me to go to where you grew up and learned how to do whatever? Yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
It is a good place. You will learn much and go well on your way.
Yeah,
and I'll actually dig into my pack and I'll see how many do I have. I have rations. I'll give him 5 of them.
Oh, okay, yeah, and plus all of you got like 3 days worth of rations just from Constance.
Yeah, these are just what I had on me, and then I'll also give him I don't know 10 gold to get him off. Or not get him off, but like get him started. Sorry.
I wasn't even going that way with the creepy cult vibe thing. But then you said that, and
I heard you go.
Not to get a no. That was me about to speak.
Nope,
it's already too late now. So he, as you kind of are kind of getting all this out and telling him all this, he's just like, okay, wow. Yeah, and he kind of just he's like, think I'll make my way there right
Make
away.
sure you do it safely. Use that gold, get yourself transport.
Hold on, kid.
Kind of it's about that time too when you're getting close enough and you hear, hold on, kid.
When Callan does that, the bad cop thing now, he also uses thaumaturgy to make the flame green and then purple or something, just something. Listen, we're out here investigating something very serious, and we think you know more than you're telling us.
I don't know, man. Roll me an intimidation check.
All right. So 23.
He just. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I do know one thing. A name.
Spill it, kid.
He just starts, Draco Eternum Immortalis.
What?
Draco Eternum Immobilis. They were saying it over and over and over. The undying or everlasting dragon.
What?
Something about my blood can help unlock the blessing of the everlasting dragon, something like that. And I had to, sacrifice, man, to do their ritual thing. And there's a lot of light, a lot of creepy
about your
and
blood.
I don't know. They said I was just the right kind of elf, and how generous it was that I, offered myself by stumbling upon them. I might have been trying to steal
So
from
he's
them.
a high elf.
I might have tried to steal from them in their cave, and that's how I got busted.
It's your blood, huh?
Sheathing my sword again as I walk up, and
Yeah.
as I'm hearing all this.
Oh yeah, it's
Try to
loud.
play cool.
and as the flames start to die back into normal shades, you hear Diana just like, nice. Not loud, just nice.
So what I miss?
Why don't you just give me some of your blood so I can check that story out there, kid?
Whoa.
You hear Diana just also chirping. She's like, "Or urine. That's that free out in the open now." And you all kind of, yeah, he pissed himself.
Oh.
What's your name, kid?
In moderation, man.
What was his name? God dang it.
Can I take a step where I could put a check on Callan if he's, so the kid feels a little more reassured.
Come on, bring that menu back up. Scroll down. I have his name, and it's important to me because I made it.
And as I'm saying that, then I'll also kind of pull up my sleeve and show my scalebound mark as well. I don't know if these guys have shown it, but I'll just pull it up and show it.
Oh yeah, and like you'll see him stare, and it's like, what's your name? And he's just kind of darting back and forth. Theron.
There.
Why
How many
does
of
it
them are
sound
there?
Familiar.
Sorry, two voices. What?
No,
There, and how many of them were there?
I like a couple, like
Rough
a dozen. I don't know. More than was necessary for me, I guess. They turned their back after they cuffed me, and they didn't search me real well. And I always keep a pick on me.
How long ago was it that you got out?
Kind of looks up, and he's like, 45 minutes. I don't know. I just
Not
got
long.
out of the cave and I took off running, man.
Sure. No, that was smart. Good tactics. Good idea.
He keeps eyeing you, Callan, a little bit, and just kind of like hearing, like, yeah, you did good, and he's just like, did I? And he's clutching that little bag of like food and money, just like,
I'll thaumaturgy and make my eyes glow deep red and say, "You better not be holding out on us, kid."
Carlo, could you just
roll me another intimidation with advantage.
Oh, I got
Is
net
there
20, so that would be a total of 24.
Oh gosh.
24. Yeah. All of a sudden, she's like, reach back real quick, and he'll stumble, like bumble out of it behind his back. There, like a dagger, very ornate looking dagger. And he's like, I just stole that off one of them. I was gonna sell it.
Well, that is
Yeah.
might be a useful piece.
Yeah, you did good, kid. Let me see that.
He just kind of points towards it and looks like he's scared to do it, like move too quick.
Is Theron Elvish for Slate? By the just out of happen.
No.
Yeah,
Listen, I believe it is done. We are done harassing him. I do not know that we could have any more information out of him. Saren, please keep yourself safe.
Am I good?
Saren, you have been
good.
very helpful this evening.
And he real slow looks towards Callan.
Why don't you stay with us for the night? It is not safe to be traveling in the dark, especially if those people are still out there looking for you.
Yeah.
You will be safe here.
Okay. Okay. And
I promise his bark is way harsher than his bite.
he'll just kind of go
Did you
against
just mean mug him?
go to a log
just to keep scowling.
and just kind of lay down and just you also hear Diana and just she's like, God, you guys are fun.
Oh, man.
She's like, I can keep an eye on the kid.
I think it's my shift now.
Yeah. And she'll just kind of walk over and toss some food over towards the kid, just dry ration. And she's like, eat that, kid. And she kind of just lays down not too far away.
So just before Callan goes to sleep, he's going to do the watching you, but complement it with, silent image to actually have eyeballs at the end of the fingers, kind of advance
Holy
forward.
Okay. So as you try to make the joke, right? And just like, and he's like, you can see he's kind of trying to calm down and watch it. And then he looks up at you again and you just kind of, and then do that. The next thing anyone who's trying to fall back asleep is a kid running into the woods. He's just, he just, and you see Diana kind of go up on one elbow and look, she's like, he'll probably be fine. And just lay back down.
Is he heading the correct direction away from the mountains?
I don't know how you positioned each other around the fire, so I'm just gonna roll a d4.
Yeah.
One would be the wrong way. 4. So that's
right.
as far, so south, due south, and he's just
Callan.
Yeah. He's on his way, I guess.
Hand me that dagger.
and Diana, who's not even opening her eyes, she's not even sitting up anymore. She's just laying there. She's like, it's probably safer him further away from them and between us being between.
Agreed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Did my favor.
just an exasperated huff from Loon as he settles in.
So yeah, Callan wouldn't have picked up the dagger yet, but if it hasn't been picked up, he'll pick it up and show it to Theobald.
Yeah. Roll me a history check, both of you, if you're closely looking at it.
Nat 20, 23.
23.
You both
Dirty,
have seen
dirty 23. Not it's just 19.
both
19.
of you have seen this dagger before.
Hmm?
Is it the
I've
dragon
seen
cult?
this before.
Sure is. Yeah, I mean that's the dagger, that real kind of serpentine blade, real wicked edge to it. seen these before.
Callan, you might have an opportunity here.
All right.
Get in close and you need to impersonate somebody. This may help seal the impression that you're one of them,
I got it, but who am I impersonating?
one of those cloaked figures, the dragon cult,
All right.
the dudes who set themselves on fire when they.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
One other thing, by the way, I wanted to just add to that with that 23 dueling 23s. When you take the blade out of the sheath, on it, inscribed in the metal, is Draco Eternum Immortalis.
What does it mean?
Well, the kid said, "Can I? Is it in script that we can read?"
It's written in common.
Okay.
On it, but the actual, like, if it wasn't for the fact you've already heard the word, that's not how you probably would have tried to spell it.
Sure.
But it's like piecing it together kind of type thing, you know.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Well, Callan will examine it with the monocle.
Nothing overly, you know, there's no magic or anything like that without even rolling.
Okay.
But definitely a wicked looking blade.
Okay. And then I guess I'll do my disguise self and run it by the crew and see how they think I'm doing.
Yeah, taking your kind of other interaction with them.
Mhm.
Roll me a performance roll.
Performance is 24.
24. Yeah. For the simple fact, especially as they kept their faces fairly well hidden, it's one of the cult members as far as you're concerned.
Looks good.
Okay. You think I could complement that ruse with some of my disguise kit and help Theo or anyone disguise as well?
If you spent the time, yeah.
What do you think of that, Theo?
Now or do it in the morning?
I don't think Loon and I are good candidates for trying to pass ourselves off as somebody else.
I'm already sleeping anyway. We're trying
Okay.
to.
Get your rest. It's just good to know that we have that option.
You need backup. I'm literally on your payroll.
Yeah, we need backup. Diana, how about you?
Well, which ruse do you want to do? I am half elf, and you could probably extend some of that. I already do have the jawline and things, so you could go that route, or we could just do the creepy culty vibe.
So maybe make you look like the kid.
And she, yeah, you see, like, she kind of, you almost see her kind of just straighten out a little bit and just kind of like, man, I am really feminine looking. You know, it's like, no, I was thinking maybe just a new candidate.
Okay. Well, you seem to gravitate pretty well to that role, so I'm just going to trust that you have a good, confident feeling about that. Probably to work out well.
Let's just keep that as a plan B. We need to scope this out a little bit first.
Okay. And make more plans. So we round out the alphabet.
Right. That's what I meant. Go to sleep, Callan.
Stop telling me it's bedtime all the time, Theobald.
But I'm
tired.
Sending
all around.
Yep, real quick, give me a advantage perception.
With Owl's perception or my perception?
Owl's perception.
19.
19, okay. So over the course of the next, like, as people start to settle back down, no one's made it back to sleep yet, but you're definitely picking up on there is some movement out there, quiet and slow. Two shapes.
Okay.
And right around the time that you kind of just, like, you know, see it, you hear Diana's voice. Just what?
We got 2 of them out there. Coming from the north.
Yeah.
It's either 2 more prisoners or people searching for them, but they're moving slow.
She kind of you all of you, like the firelight's there, and she just real quick, she's like, do you want to try to play this out like they think they have the drop on us, or try to get the drop on them?
You drop out. We'll stay here. See how it plays out.
Real quick, like she just doesn't say a word. You just see her kind of roll backwards, real quiet. And as soon as she hits the dark, you don't hear another sound, and you don't know if she's just stopped moving out of the firelight or if she's gone. But rolled really well for her stealth. So yeah, she's out there. And
Callan, do you have Mr. Decoy?
you never turned it off, so there is still a.
Callan, can you slide
Yeah,
off in the woods too?
Yes, I can. So
Leave Mr.
Decoy will
Decoy
be
sleep.
like,
Have him be sleeping.
okay,
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah, he walks towards your position. And are you ducking out?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a stealth check real quick.
13.
Okay, 13. Okay. And Loon, what are you doing?
Obviously, I'm hearing a commotion.
Yeah, you're hearing
no.
all the words happening. Like you're hearing everything. Everybody's kind of being still, but just talking real quiet.
I'm just gonna over the earrings. Where exactly would you like me to be?
Loon, I think you and I are bait.
Fair enough. And I'm gonna I'm gonna roll like my back to the sounds, but have my staffs broken and ready to like whip over as soon as I get anything.
Okay.
And I'll be taking position, trying to not staring straight at the fire, trying to preserve some of my night vision. So,
all right.
And with Owl keeping an eye.
So you all, Owl hovering above,
Find a
Callan
nice
in the dark.
perch. Yep.
Callan in the dark, Diana in the dark somewhere. Loon back to the not yet sounds, but it doesn't take long before you start to just the rare occasion you hear just a snap, creak.
Mhm.
And that's where we're going to end tonight. As movement in the forest, obvious, more than likely interest from the mine, collapsed mine to the north, the cult possibly moving in on you.
Cue the creepy music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I still have that. So, all right. Remember, thank you for joining us. Any inspiration or what's in Callan's mouth, send to downwithdragonsmailbag@gmail.com. Also, remember to look us up on Facebook, Down with Dragons, and our Discord, Monsters of Roll, and also be on the lookout for new episodes of this on YouTube, as well as Dungeon Patrol as well. Their new episodes are on YouTube as well. Look for those. Those are getting really exciting. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a great week. Stay safe. Take care. And we will see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.